50 to 100% pain relief in less than 2 minutes for 85% of the people who use the book Miracles in Minutes. That's my promise to you in the book. Now, how can I be so bold? Because I've used the techniques clinically in practice for almost 21 years now. In the beginning, I made a lot of mistakes taking care of patients. I tried to have patients fit a model that I learned in school, and sometimes those models did not work, and that sent me into an inquiry of why the result wouldn't stick. How could a person get out of pain in less than 2 minutes? And I thought if I solved that, then I could possibly do something to contribute to the world of maybe people not becoming addicted to narcotics, Oxycontin, Percocet, due to all the sequelae or problems that come from those drugs. And I've seen it destroy families. I've seen it destroy, a person at a good job and they no longer have one. So, how to use Miracles in Minutes. So first it starts with, or how do I get those results? And what it comes to is we have to first give up what we think is wrong. And this comes from a thing called a bias, a cognitive bias, where if we start thinking something, we've kind of are prejudiced and prejudged what we believe is the problem. And what happens is it causes our minds to narrow and we miss information. It's like looking at a car really quickly and go, yeah, it's got tires. I like the color. Let's buy it. That is very impulsive when we do that, and that sort of feeling that comes up in us that we leap and jump to conclusions causes a lot of bad decisions in our life, not only in relationships or finance, but also in helping us to get out of pain. So, in giving up what someone thinks is wrong, like my back hurts, therefore it must be a back problem. Well, if we look at that, we can see that a lot of people still have that back problem for 10 years now, and they keep using the same things to treat it. And if we were to measure it over time, be honest with the answer is that they're no better than they were before. Their function isn't going up. Their quality of life isn't going up. It's actually going down. And if they were to look at it, they're having more and more episodes of the same thing. They may do something to make it feel better right now, but it's not lasting. It's not sticking. So what you do now, and that's not even producing the result in a matter of 30 seconds to 2 minutes. That's, a couple days later, or take some medication, 45 minutes later, you feel better, but that doesn't mean the person is better. And is better is by you can touch your toes or do something, you can move better. So giving up what we think is going on is kind of scary to us as human beings because this is how we understand the world. But we have to be willing to let go of the current level of understanding we have to reach a new paradigm of living. That's in anything. You have to give up what you currently believe or what you think is going on and be open to something new that you do not know as of yet. So, that's the first thing, is to give up what's going on. The second problem, or the second thing that someone needs to do is, if you follow the book, and I'll make suggestions for certain conditions like neck pain or back pain, as in troubleshooter chapter, is the answer. So in other words, if one of the stretches or exercises I suggested is not working or producing that 50 to 100% relief in less than 30 seconds to 2 minutes, then that exercise is not for you. You just need to move on and try something else. And even if what I suggested in the book isn't working, you could try anything other than what you have tried, looking for that 50 to 100% relief in less than 2 minutes. And you might be surprised what happens for you. What has kept you in pain and suffering for a long time is often what we think is wrong, not being open to something new, and not willing to try anything new. So the only thing you do is stay where you are. So in the book, I kind of guide you and I offer suggestions in there too to keep you safe. So you're going to try something new. There's some risk involved with that. So if you read the chapters about mapping your pain of where your number is from 0 to 10, 10's the worst pain, 0 is no pain, and you start an exercise and that pain starts going up, you need to shut that down real quick because your body just told you that's definitely not working. It's a good first guess. You don't know. Not even the doctor knows. If a doctor gives you a pill, sure, most of the time it's going to work, but there are some people who have adverse reactions from that pill and they don't know until after you try it. So life's like that. You have to try something new. You need to be safe. You need to know when it's going wrong and know when to stop and then what to do to correct it. So usually if you do something that looks, like if you bend forward, it makes you worse. A lot of times the exact opposite thing makes you better. Who would have thought that? But you can try these simple techniques that I have in the book that can actually create a miracle for you in 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And that's some of the stuff that's offered in the book and how to use the book. But you just have to understand if you won't give up what you think is wrong, you're just never going to get there because you already know it and you can't accept new information. Therefore, you can't have a new reality. So I hope this video helped you a lot. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening.